Well, and one of the things that you posted on your Instagram this past week. So for anyone who doesn't know, Orli's got a new album of Mozart sonatas coming out. The first volume, I believe, is coming out. Is it this summer?
This summer, yeah.
Yeah, and so you've been doing this Midweek Mozart project, which I think is just so much fun, where you've been releasing sort of little previews and various movements from the album. And in the one you released this week, you were talking about how in the Mozartian tradition and the Baroque tradition, you know, if you have a repeat, instead of just going back and playing the same thing, you would, the performers expected to add their own ornamentation and put their own spin on things. So I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what it was like doing that for this album and in general. And then I think we have a clip to play to demonstrate.
We do, yeah. So, you know, there are 18 sonatas, and last summer I recorded 12 of them. And, you know, for each one, I thought about, and each one is filled with repeats, right? So each one is filled with possibilities for ornamentation and composition. And of course, it's a little different when you're deciding to ornament for a recording versus live. So, you know, if I played these live now, I probably wouldn't play all these same ornaments. You know, this is the magic of being in the moment. And because I recorded so many of these sonatas, I took slightly different approaches to ornamenting, depending on what I thought Mozart wanted. So, you know, there were places where he developed, where clearly the writing is more and more through composed by him. And there's less and less room for ornamentation. You know, it's more about maybe dynamics or a slight change of balance of the voices or something, rather than actually changing the notes. But there are certain sonatas which are really, I think, meant as templates. And the one that I started, so in this Midweek Mozart project, every Wednesday we release another movement of a sonata until we have a full sonata, and then we move on to another one. And we're currently in the process of releasing the little C major sonata, you know, the one that you probably played at the piano, or that your friend played, or your kid played, or your grandkid played. That's the one. And Mozart wrote it for that. I mean, it's specifically called a sonata, an easy sonata for students. But I think Mozart's students were not today's piano students. They were studying to be pianists, but also composers and improvisers, because that is what you did. And so I think the sonata not only teaches you all of these physical intricacies that he was trying to get his students to understand, but it also allows you to play around with so much. So I kind of went nuts with ornaments on this particular sonata. And yeah, we do have a clip. We're going to listen to, this is the first movement of the easy C major piano sonatas with repeats and with ornaments.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love, you just have such an amazing touch, especially for Mozart. Wow.
Oh, you're so sweet. Now stay tuned because, okay, the second movement already is going to have more ornaments, but on that third movement, which will be up, I guess, in 2 weeks on my, I went nuts. So
Well,
I'd love to hear reactions.
It's on Instagram? Is it on, it's obviously on YouTube?
It's actually on a particular website of mine, which is www.orlishahammozart.com. If you go
I'll type that into the chat just so everybody has that.